Hello, hello, and welcome, junior parents and families, class of 2022. My name is Brian Vasquez, and I am a school counselor here at Park, and I will be taking you through the first couple slides of this presentation. To give you an overview of what we will be going over, the counseling staff, requirements for graduation, options for senior year, options for after Park, testing information, college and career center, and any additional information and resources that you may find useful. To kick this off, there's this great quote: don't ask kids what they want to be when they grow up. Ask them what problems they want to solve. This changes the conversation from who do I want to work for to what do I need to learn in order to be able to do that. We are your Park High School counseling staff, starting with.
Hi, I'm Mr. Bedertha, and I work with students last names A through DA.
Hello, I'm Ms. Durand, and I work with students last names DE through HEN.
I am Mr. Vasquez, and I work with the students last names HER through L.
And my name is Dan Powers, and I work with the students last name of LI through PA.
Hello, my name is Ms. Vanden Bricky, and I work with students last names PE through STR.
Hello, I'm Ms. Zhang, and I work with students last names STU through Z.
Now, we do have a lot of student support staff, as you can see on the screen. Anything from school counselors to the wellness center, inclusion center, administration. I'm not going to walk through all of this because it is a lot of information, but there's a variety of students, staff that you can go to, whether it's for support, it could be for personal, social, emotional, or it can be for academics. School counselors, like I just spelled out, is that first column. The Wellness Center includes social workers and school psychologists. The Inclusion Center does a lot of great work around cultural events and inclusivity. And of course, administration is the principals and assistant principals as well. Now, how to make an appointment with the counselors. So every student has the Howling Wolf icon on their iPads, or they can utilize that link that you see, and it brings you right to your class of 2022 folder if you utilize the link. And from there, it pulls up a form you fill out and it gets submitted directly to us. The counseling office staff, which are Mrs. Roskowinski and Schrankler. They are great. They are the first two people you see when you walk into the counseling suite, and they are more than happy to help. And they get common questions like transcripts, scholarship information, PSCO, any sort of forms, 916 information. And they also help you get filtered to your counselors if and when you need us. And moving right into the graduation requirements here at Park High School, we do require a total of 66 credits, and those are broken down over multiple categories of classes, as you can see on the screen here: English, math, science, social studies, fine arts, PE, health, and other general electives. And the numbers to the right are the number of credits required in those specific categories. And it's very easy to get these credits along their way just naturally through the class progression year after year. Now, here at Park, we do have credit and graduation checks. Us counselors, we work with students to keep track of the required classes for graduation. Of course, we encourage students to monitor their own transcript and graduation requirements by reviewing the grades at the end of each trimester. And of course, continuing to use the 4-year graduation plan template to help guide class choices. Like I said, you can definitely view your unofficial transcript on your own. It's really simple by logging into campus under your student portal. On the left-hand side, click on Documents. And step 3, really easy, just simply click on Transcript Unofficial. In terms of not passing a class, if a student does not pass or fails a required class, then it is expected that a student attends credit recovery. And the credit recovery that we use is an online program called Edmentum. And the student just simply, it's really slick and easy. You just recover the standards that were missed in the class. And so you're not necessarily making up the entire class, it's just the ones that you need to recover to get you to a passing grade. And the way it works is the students, you complete tutorials and then also take mastery tests. Once you complete the standards and pass the mastery tests, then the class will be completed and the student, you will earn a P on your transcript, and the F on the transcript will change to an N, which stands for no credit, and it does not impact the GPA. Credit recovery runs each trimester after school, and as well as the summer, it'll be offered in person for 2 weeks as well as virtually for 2 weeks. And students, you do need to, students that need credit recovery should contact their specific counselor.
Hi, I'm Andy Bodertha, and I work with students last names A through DA. And here are a few of the options that your seniors will have next year outside of registration. First option is PSEO, which is a student-led opportunity for your student to attend college and earn college credits that also count as their high school credits. To learn more about this, we encourage you to visit the college's website under their PSEO tab. And then they can meet with us to review the expectations. We also have a packet that will go over those expectations of a PSEO student. Then next step would be to apply to those colleges that you're interested in. When applying to a PSEO, you're going to have the online application, plus you'll request a transcript from our office, and those steps are all on our website. And we do not select who is accepted. It is up to the colleges to accept. And the big date to know is that everything needs to be in and done and the paperwork turned into us by May 30th of this year. So if your student is interested, please make sure you start looking at that process. And what the first step is to go to our PSEO link on our website. It'll go step by step what is needed and include all the paperwork that is needed to complete. And then go on to your PSEO college website and review their steps, because each college is a little bit different. Another opportunity your student has is if they want to work and earn some credits and to get off campus a little bit early. That is called work release. This is an application process as well, and they must be on track to graduate. And you can earn credits for the 5th hour seminar as well as 6th hour while they are off campus and working. This is different because you can apply for 1 trimester, 2, or 3, and it requires 2 free class periods, which is 5th and 6th hour each trimester, and the 6th hour being the early release. The application paperwork can be found in this presentation, and that must be handed in August. That cannot be handed in now because of not knowing what work will look like this fall. Last but not least is when your senior gets their schedule, they have an opportunity to have an hour off each trimester called senior study. This would replace any elective. It doesn't replace any required courses. There is no credit awarded while you are during senior study, and that free hour, you're expected to be off campus. Some students will say, well, can you move my classes around so I can have it 1st hour or 6th hour? And we do not move classes to accommodate. So it's just wherever that elective lands and you want to drop it, we can do a senior study, and there's an application process for this. Student aid is in a similar fashion, that it is no credit, and you can only do one of these per trimester, except for this has limited spots. So if your student has a teacher that they have a great relationship with and they need help, they need to go talk to that teacher to see if they need a student aid in August. And then during the time of student aid, they'd be expected to be there on time, daily attendance is taken, and they would be completing tasks created by the staff member. And this also has an application, and those both senior study and senior aid will be handed in and looked at in August and early September. So take a look. It is on our website under students in college and career and schedule guidelines.
Hi, this is Mr. Powers, and I am going to talk to you about the post-high options that you have, including military, apprenticeships, 2-year schools, technical, 4-year. One of them is military option, and that will offer the ASVAB this spring, so you can prepare for that. Importantly, things to remember is ask a lot of questions, know what it is that you're signing, and also ask about the tuition agreements that might be available for college ahead of time. Apprenticeships and employment, there are many options offered through different agencies, including the 2-year schools, including the trade unions. It really is an opportunity that you can earn and learn at the same time, kind of an on-again, off-again option, and to leave school with minimal debt and a good-paying job with benefits. 2-year college options. That can be a very affordable way to start college, to earn an associate's degree that may be transferable into a 4-year institution. It might have job opportunities at the end of that. It might be part of the apprenticeships. Some of them are very local. Inver Hills is very popular. Century College as well as St. Paul tend to be very popular, but there's many choices depending on the program that you want to pursue. Again, the technical colleges might be part of the 2 years. Some of them have very specific programs in hands-on areas, including mechanics, including cosmetology, hygienists, quite a variety. And it could be that your choice might be real close to home or you have to travel a bit. Some of the private ones can be very affordable through scholarships. Ask those questions about what kind of debt students leave with. But oftentimes you're starting at a decent wage and minimal debt. The timeline that you should be thinking about is having a strong academic record, know the programs that you're pursuing, talk to people about it, do a search, whether it's through Naviance or the other tools that you'll find on our website, to go on the visits, whether it's virtual or in person, and to begin looking at scholarships, as many of them do have very specific timelines. 4-year colleges, many options, some close to home, some further from home, some very high cost, some very affordable. Recognize the rigor that they expect. Your transcript matters. Could be that ACT is required. Some private schools can be very affordable if you have the credentials they're looking for. Sometimes they're not. It's going to be a very individual thing. Recognize what it is that you're after, what kind of experience you're looking for, the size of the school, the rigor. There's many considerations that, and you will get advice from a lot of different people. But again, pay attention to how much debt you can afford to leave with and what the job market might be. Those are things to consider. You will find many of those answers or resources on our websites. But importantly, make sure you've met their requirements. A standard state school will be this pretty similar to what we have at Park High for graduation requirements. It may be that you're asked to have 2 years of a single language and perhaps some additional art, but otherwise it's pretty much the same. However, the rigorous schools are going to expect 4 years of math, 4 years of a science, perhaps an additional language year. Some of the selective schools will be very specific or unique. The timeline, be focusing on rigor, taking that ACT as many of you have, get visits to schools when possible, whether it's virtual or in person. Become familiar with the tools like Naviance. That we'll have slides coming up in just a couple moments here. And to narrow those choices, to keep notes, whether they're in Naviance, about what your choices are going to be. what you're looking for so that you don't forget about them later on when you start visiting a lot. Or the other thing is, consider those applications sooner in your senior year than later. And sometimes it gets to be less productive by waiting for an improvement in a grade or a GPA, things like that.
Hi, I am Carrie Durand. I'm one of the school counselors, and I support students' last names DE through HEN. I would like to share information about Naviance, which is a tool that our students at Park can use in their college and career search. And if you see on the left-hand side of the screen, it shows how to log into Naviance, which students can find and access this in their Schoology folder on our Park High School webpage. And students log in with their student ID and their computer password. If students don't know that, they can check with their counselor to make sure that they have the correct username and password. And so this is just an example of what the Naviance homepage looks like, where it says, welcome PHS juniors, what should you be doing right now? And there's a tab where they can read more about kind of where they should be in their career and college search. On the other side of the screen, it looks as you can see favorites. So it says colleges I'm thinking about, colleges I'm applying to, careers, and clusters I'm thinking about. So I will talk about opportunities for students and what this looks like in Naviance. So Naviance offers college searches, which I will go into more detail on the next screen. Naviance also has tools for students for any type of test prep for like the ACT. This is where students will also use Naviance to request transcripts that will be sent to their colleges of choice that they are applying to in their senior year. You will also be able to find scholarship information for local and for a variety of scholarships that are available to students. Naviance also helps students keep track of their college applications, especially when we encourage students to apply to 3 to 5 schools. Just to make sure that you have a variety, and this helps you to know when the application deadlines are and if your transcripts have been sent. It just is one place that keeps all of your college information. Other tools that Naviance offers are career and personality assessments, and students have opportunities like in 9th grade, 10th grade to take these interest inventories and personality assessments. Unfortunately, for the juniors this year, because of COVID last year, we counselors were not able to get into the classrooms to conduct the Do What You Are personality assessment. So we are encouraging students to go into Naviance and take this personality assessment to just get to know themselves better, and also be able to look at some, careers and opportunities that they may find interesting. Again, researching those careers and majors can be done in Naviance, as well as college rep visits. So when we are able to have college reps back into our school for face-to-face visits, this is where Ms. Schrankler posts this information for students so that they are aware of college visits that are available to students. And then the students sign up through Naviance. And we have our college rep visits. We host those in our Counseling and Career Center. Naviance also supports students with goal setting, as well as helping to write a resume. So this is an example of what it looks like in Naviance for a college search. As you know, there's well over 4,000 colleges and several that it's hard to decide where to even start if you're not sure what you're looking for. So this is a great tool that students can use you can put in 2-year or 4-year college. You can put in public or private. You can put in large city, small city. There's also location. Do you want it to be a big campus or a small campus? Are you looking for a certain major? Are you looking for a certain sport? And so this is where it helps narrow it down. So you put in all of your parameters, and then you will be able to view matches, which then helps you to narrow down and start being able to focus on some of those schools that may find interesting to you. There are some other college and career resources. I did talk about the interest inventory. Usually 9th graders take that in through advisory with also with their counselors. And then 10th grade, we usually provide the Do What You Are personality assessment, which both of those are available at any time for students to take or retake. And then what's nice about that is it gives you different ideas about what your personalities are and maybe what types of careers you might find interesting. We also have our College and Career Center at PHS that students can have access to for any information. We also have what's called MCIS, which is our Minnesota Career Information System. And you can see that there's the website as well as the username and password. And this gives students just a way to explore different careers, what's available, what might be interesting, what types of colleges offer careers that they may be interested in. It's just another great resource. There is also the GPS Life Plan that provides students with resources as well as looking into college and career resources and just some like financial and also, just what the future may hold for a student. And the last career resource is our PHS website, which provides all sorts of different career and academic resources for students in their college and career resource quest.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ms. Zhang, and I support students with last names STU through Z. Today, I'll be going over some information regarding testing: the pre-ACT, the ACT, the SAT, the AccuPlacer, and the ASVAB. The pre-ACT was taken in the fall of your 10th grade year. Most juniors had the opportunity to take that and should have gotten their score report back. The pre-ACT prepares students to do their best when they take the ACT their junior year. It tests knowledge in English, math, science, and reading. It also gives you a sense of how college ready you are. The ACT is used for admissions purposes, required at most four-year colleges and universities. Score ranges from 1 to 36, and very similar to the pre-ACT, it measures knowledge and skills in English, math, reading, science, with the optional writing. There are two remaining dates, June 12th and July 17th, both of which are National Saturday tests. If you are interested in registering for one of those test dates, you will have to register on ACT's website. If you qualify for free and reduced lunch and are in need of a waiver, please contact your counselor as we have fee waivers in our counseling office. We also have free practice sets in the counseling office if you would like to do some test prep before those two test dates. Community Ed also has an ACT test prep class that is housed at Park High School. You will have to register for that class through Community Ed's website if you are interested. Another test prep resource is MCIS. This test prep resource is completely free. However, you will have to register and create an account in order to access that material. The SAT, also used for admissions purposes at four-year colleges and universities. The SAT measures knowledge and skills in critical reading, math, and writing. Two remaining dates, May 8th and June 5th. If you are interested in registering for the SAT, you must log into College Board's website to be able to register for an upcoming test date. The AccuPlacer and the ASVAB test, both of which will be offered one time your senior year. So if you're interested in the AccuPlacer or the ASVAB, please listen for announcements next year. The AccuPlacer is required for course placement at most two-year colleges and technical schools. It measures reading, math, and writing. The AccuPlacer, unlike the ACT, is not timed and is completely free. So even if we do not offer it next year or you miss the opportunity to take it here at Park, you will have the opportunity to take it at any local college. All you would have to do is either call their testing center and set up a time or walk in when they have that available. The ASVAB stands for Armed Forces Vocational Aptitude Battery. This is a test that is required for the military. However, anyone is able to take this test with no military obligation. It is free to take and again will be offered one time in the fall for Park students.
Hello, my name is Miss Vandenberkey. I'm one of the counselors here at Park High School. I support students with the last names PE through STR. I'm going to be covering some additional information. You can see the topics listed below are the College and Career Center here at Park High School, NCAA, different resources here at Park High School and within our Cottage Grove community, and how parents and guardians can support their student. So here at Park High School, we have our College and Career Center, which is located in our counseling office. Ms. Pam Schrankler is our Career Center Administrative Assistant. She can support students with a variety of different topics. Many of those are listed on your screen. One of them I want to draw your attention to is the scholarship information. During your student's senior year, there are a variety of different scholarships that they may be eligible for. Ms. Schrankler is a great resource in helping students find a scholarship that might fit their needs and answering any questions students may have. It's important that students come in before school, after school, or during lunch to talk to Ms. Schrankler about different scholarship opportunities. Ms. Schrankler also organizes our college admission representative visits. Those may be held virtually or in person. So if there is a college that you're looking to talk to, she would be a great resource in knowing when that college representative is coming to our Park High School campus. Also, if students are looking for a job within the community, Ms. Schrankler keeps up to date with community employment opportunities. So she is a great resource if you are looking for a job. If you plan on being a college athlete, this is a slide you will want to pay attention to as we will be talking about NCAA. It is important for students to register at the link that you see on your screen, the Eligibility Center. This should be done right now in the spring of your junior year. There are many resources that are available to students and families, and the downloads are free via this Eligibility Center link. It's important that students inform their coach and their school counselor about their desire to play athletics in college. And an important resource is the Guide for College-Bound Student Athlete. This is a great resource that we highly recommend checking out. At Park High School, we have a variety of different resources. In addition to our 6 school counselors, we also have our social worker and school psychologists who are located in the Wellness Center. We have 3 assistant principals, a chemical health specialist, and our cultural liaisons. All of these different student support services are available to students and will cover a variety of different topics. In addition, we have Family Innovations, which offers counseling services here during the day at Park High School. Students can choose to meet with them in person or virtually at this time. Schoology is another great resource to become familiar with, as this will show the students' grades and assignments to stay on track. If you're looking for additional information, we have something called School Shelf, which is free for families and students. This is an electronic library that has a variety of different topics. You can check out the Park High School Counseling website for more information.
School Shelf is an electronic pamphlet resource that is on the Park High Counseling website under Resources, which is the very first tab at the top. These electronic pamphlets have very helpful summary sheets on a wide range of topics, from academic and career college as well as mental health. Among the college planning topics is information about paying for college, applications, and standardized tests. It is definitely worth a look, as there is something for everyone.
How parents and guardians can help support their student. It's important to talk and listen with your student about their post-high school options. Early in our presentation, we talked about work, apprenticeship, college, and the military. These are all really great opportunities for students after Park High School. When beginning that college planning search, it is important to talk to your student about what they're looking for. Are they wanting a technical school or a community college or a four-year university or college? Where in the country are they wanting to attend school? The size of the school and the cost are all things to consider. Understanding the college search and selection process is important for parents and guardians, but it's really important to let the student do their own work. Students should be setting up college visits, making contact with college representatives, completing forms and essays on applications. Understanding the basic timeline for the application process is essential, as many colleges and universities have different deadlines for admission. It's important to know when those admission deadlines are and to plan ahead. Parents, you are a great resource for your student. In addition, we have school counselors, college admissions representatives, Park High School teachers, MCIS and Naviance, which are electronic platforms, college fairs, and just the college search and selection process to help your student navigate this time. Thank you so much for participating and attending our Class of 2022 Junior Parent Meeting. We look forward to working with your junior student this spring and next year as a senior.